Mr. Riefberg, how are you tonight?
I am well, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Larry Riefberg, 6 Irby Drive, excuse me, in Danbury. The first 3 items I'd like to address are the items number 1, 2, and 3 on the agenda. I want to congratulate those officers that are being promoted or appointed this evening for their service, their dedication, their loyalty to our community, and we wish them well. I'd like to also address items 4, 5, and 6 on the council agenda. I am distressed that, for instance, the Planning Commission has no Democrats on it. And tonight, you are about to appoint, if the appointment goes through, a Republican. Now, while I have no objection to this individual, I don't like or dislike, I don't even think I know who it is that's being appointed, I would like to say that partisan politics needs to stop. There's a qualified Democrat who put in his request over a year ago to be a member of the Planning Commission, and Sidney Almeida has never heard back. And so I would urge you, in the spirit of bipartisanship, which we've heard a lot about this evening, to consider Democrats to be on these boards and commissions. Thank you. And lastly, I'd like to speak about item 14. In 1965, my father was corporation counsel of the city of Danbury at the time when the city and the town were merged into one. The inner city and the rural outskirts, apartment buildings, commercial development, city water and sewer property owners, the urban center, the retail and industrial center of our community was merged with the rural 1- and 2-acre zones, septic wells, and farms. And for fairness and equality and representation, Danbury's boards were shaped like pies. Albeit slightly odd-looking ones, said Councilman Levy. The idea is that each ward has a part of the urban downtown and then spreads out into the suburbs. Why? Councilman Levy, answer.
Excuse me, can you please direct your comments to the entire council?
Absolutely, I'm just giving you his quote. Okay. So the council members represent a cross-section of the population. That's brilliant. And I wish I could take credit for having said it. But I thank you, Mr. Levy, for that explanation of why we do those things the way we do them in Danbury. We like our pies. We've conducted attitude surveys, council meeting, Chamber of Commerce, city center, civic and community organizations, public hearings. Nowhere is there a record of anyone clamoring, demanding, or challenging that we need downtown districts. The Republicans have said at the commission and at the ad hoc that it's a different philosophy we're following. So I ask, what is that philosophy? Who is your philosopher? The mayor? The Republican town chairman? Why are we going to break up the pies to create donuts? Why bring a map back from 10 years ago that was presented 10 years ago and rejected 10 years ago? To gerrymander all the Democrats into one ward, you stated no. But it is curious that 4 out of the 7 are in a new 5th ward. To isolate and disenfranchise minority voters, persons of colors, in violation of the Federal Zoning Act, you said no. But isn't that what's being done by this proposed map? To relocate so many Danbury voters into new wards to create chaos and drive down numbers at the polls? There is a rational, logical map that was presented after thoughtful, careful analysis. It moved lines in the slightest manner possible. It deviates from ward to ward in the slightest statistical amount. Review it, study it, pass it, please. David Mamet said, he's an American playwright, Pulitzer Prize winner, and filmmaker. He said, we must have a pie. Stress cannot exist in the presence of a pie. And so, with apologies to Les and to Ray and to my Democratic colleagues on the council, I have a pie for each of the Republican members of the council that I'll leave up here at the desk. Apple, cherry, or blueberry, and you can help yourselves enjoy a little snack. Thank you. There's one for you, Mr. Mayor.
I hope it's cherry, I love cherry.